All right, hey guys, a little update on the Chevy van build. So I've got it this far after a bit of a struggle. Part of it my own fault, I guess. Part of it the kit manufacturer's fault. The warpage I showed you guys in the earlier video was a huge issue. So the chassis separate from the frame, as you can see. I've got that, everything's together. I had to use 8 clamps to clamp this chassis down. Once I got everything sanded and CA put on there, I had to put clamps literally all the way around here, and it still came loose up here. And finally got it to stick. And it's better. It's still not perfect, but it's got just the slightest bit. I mean, there's like 2 millimeters under that tire there, off. But of course, it's a hell of a lot better than it was. It was so off before, it was ridiculous. But anyway, so it's up on its rims. I like these photo etched rims. I think they're going to set the build off nice. The dash is in. Steering column's not glued in yet. There's still some more details. There's CB radio and stuff that's got to go in here, I think. And there's a wooden cup holder that goes in there. And I think I'm going to use a photo etched steering wheel in it with one of the rubber O-ring grips on it. I've got to dig through my stash and see what I've got. But at any rate, the motor's in. And as I was telling you guys, I didn't bother wiring the motor up because, as you can see, that's all you can see. So, and that's all you're gonna see. So I got the belts in there and the fan, and the radiator still got to go in. Still got to touch up that little piece of chrome. Why in the world they chromed that, I'll never know. I should have just painted it as part of the frame. But anyway, so you can kind of see where this is headed. But the dash is set in there. That's good. And I'll get the steering column set in there, glued in once I get everything else, so you can see. Oops. But anyway, that's what the rolling chassis looks like at this point. So, and I lost the drive shaft. I'm really good at keeping my stuff organized, and I lost the drive shaft, and I lost the clutch and brake pedal. It goes in it. I have no idea where they went. I dug through, and the weird part is I found a clutch and brake pedal out where I paint, and it's not the one that goes to this, which is even more bizarre. So I'm just really just kind of getting to be a bull in a china shop. So I went up to the attic, went digging around, dug out a handful of drive shafts because I got scratch parts, and bins up there for when I need them, and found a shaft. It does have a second set of goddamn drawing a blank. Duh. Anyway, U-joints. Holy cow. Which is okay. And it had a slight angle to it, which actually fit up to this pretty good, because the motor and the rear end are a little kind of offset. Everything's just really doesn't sit great in this kit. I mean, the motor's almost, you can see, it's a little angled. Now, everything is set exactly on those cross members the way it's supposed to be, too. That's the weird part. That front mount is in there. The rear mount on the transmission is in there. And it just, I don't know, it just looks cock-angled to me. But, I think it's just the way the kit is. Anyway, so, and I had, you can see I got nice close clearance there, which is what I wanted. I wanted to get that thing just as far up, and it's pretty equal on both sides. I wanted to get it as far up there in the wheel well as I could, so give it a little more of a slam look. And it's got a little more height in the rear. But, if any of you have a boat, when you tow a boat, you don't want your vehicle slammed to the ground, because that doesn't work with boats, because your trailer tongue hits everything, especially on steeper ramps like they are here in Florida. So anyway, but I think it's got a pretty good look so far. It's got those directional tires. That's one thing with using these rim kits. So you got directional tires. You have to make sure the tread's in the right place. And of course, you've got multiple pieces. You got to see where that caliper has got to be positioned properly. So you got to watch that. Got to make sure, when I was gluing the rims onto the rotor housing and stuff back there, that I had the tires facing in the right direction. I almost did that twice, had them going the wrong way. So you have to pay attention to all that stuff. I mean, I'm used to using Krager mags and, you know, regular old tires, you know, that you get in a kit. I'm not used to all these directional tires. I've only used this type of tire on a couple of my builds ever. But it takes some getting used to, and you just got to be careful what the heck you're doing. I did end up, when I put the drilled rotor in the back of there, I put one of them on backwards, so it's lacking just one little ring of details that all the other one has. But now that the rim is actually on it, I don't even think you can tell, but I know, so it bothers me. But the glue hit so fast, you know, dealing with, I put everything together with super glue. I use Zap-A-Gap on everything. Sometimes that stuff, you get some movement, you can't get it to set, and other times it hits and that's it. You can't ever get the part back apart again if you have to. So in this case, it stuck and I couldn't get it up back off. I mean, immediately stuck. I realized it immediately, could not get it back off, but you know, what are you going to do? I have to live with it. So these things happen. But anyway, that's where we're at now. And I test fit the body on there, kinda, so it's not too bad. But I'm going to continue detailing these interior components and putting together all the little doodads that go on the dash, and dig out a steering wheel. So I'll keep you guys posted on what's going on. But that's what I got for now, and I'll have a new video again within the next couple days probably. Take it easy. Thanks for looking.